Yep, prior to our meeting, I have an award to give to one of our counselors. Five years. Congratulations for participating in Chetwynd Council. It was a pleasure working with you for the last 5 years. So awesome. So we'll get a picture and
Thank you very much.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. The District of Chetwynd, I'd like the opening statement read, please.
As we gather today on the traditional territory of the Treaty 8 Nations to conduct the business of the District of Chetwynd, we do so knowing that we are privileged to serve the citizens of this community, and we shall endeavor to conduct our business in their best interests. Thank you.
Thank you. Prior to adoption of the agenda, is there any new business?
Yes, I'd like to bring the C2 forward to new business 1.
Your worship, did we actually call this meeting to order yet? Motion? Did we? I'm sorry. I was having a sidebar, sorry.
Yeah, we're looking for prior to adoption, we have new business, and then we'll adopt the agenda. Okay, C2. Okay, that's it. Okay, adoption of the agenda.
So move.
All those in favor? Carried. Minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting held on March 4th, 2024.
Motion to receive.
I'll second.
Any errors or omissions? All those in favor? Carried. Minutes of the regular council meeting held on March 4th, 2024.
Motion to receive.
Second.
Any errors or omissions? Looking at any, all those in favor? Carried. No delegations? Bylaw. District of Chetwynd Official Community Plan Amendment Bylaw number 1168, 2024, 49th Avenue Northwest requires third reading and adoption.
Motion for third reading and adoption.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Carried. District of Chetwynd Zoning Amendment Bylaw number 1169, 2024, 49th Avenue Northwest requires third reading and adoption.
Motion for third reading and adoption.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Carried. Reports. Any reports? Okay.
Nobody else wants to.
Yeah.
I went, sorry. I attended the museum, Prairie Heritage Museum meeting on March 14th, and the executive is doing a wonderful job to get the museum ready for opening potentially May 4th, which is exciting because it hasn't been open in a couple of years. Looks very nice up there. They received all the hard copies of the Chetwynd newspapers from the library, and they are working on a spot so you can go out there and read them and or look through them. So that's kind of cool, even though the library is digitized, still need to look through. They received the $666 from the donation bin at Sanita, so they thank the district for that. And Rebecca is posting lots of cool, interesting information. If anybody wants to join their Facebook page, she posts neat little tidbits of stuff that she's found at the museum. And they have a scheduled work bee for April 6th, and they're always looking for new members to join.
You mentioned Rebecca.
So Rebecca Hallard.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Councilor Smith? Okay, any other reports?
Hi there. I've got a report. The Chamber of Commerce will once again be hosting the annual trade show at the Rec Center from April 5th through 7th. This year, the District of Chetwynd will be operating a booth. Mayor and Council are warmly encouraged to help staff the booth. This is a really good opportunity to interact with residents in a more informal sort of environment. And there'll be, you know, you can give them a cup of coffee and have an actual talk with people. It works really well in the communities where staff and council cooperate on it and hit it as a team. So we'll send out an email in a while with what's available for kind of shifts. It'll be 2 hours, and Ellen, the economic director, and I will be pretty much there the whole trade show. One of us will be there at all times. So we won't throw you to the wolves. We won't leave you without staff to help you. And we'll kind of go from there. We're going to have giveaways, whiteboard for suggestions, career and training opportunities, the Bee City sign up, wildfire, drought information, any other relevant things that come up into our mind. So anyway, our recommendation is that council receives the administrator's report regarding the 2024 Chetwynd Trade Show for information.
Any questions? What do you got to do when you hit the booth? You want Councilor Ward?
Thank you. See a whiteboard. Would that be like a suggestion box?
Yeah, what we were thinking is, what do you like with the community right now? What do you think needs improvement? That kind of thing. And then it's a really good exercise in community engagement. We've done it at the rec center with different projects before, and you get some, you know, you get some suggestions that are a little eccentric, but you get a lot of really worthwhile feedback as well.
Excellent. Great idea.
And there's no other questions. We need a motion to accept reports.
So moved.
Okay. Okay. All those in favor? Okay. We have discussion item, email from the Village of Booth, dated March 7, 2024, letter of support for the resolution for North Central Local Government Association.
I'll make the motion. I'll make the motion that council provide a letter of support to the Village of Pooskoopi for the local consultation for provincial impacts to the resource section jobs. Resolution being submitted for consideration to the North Central Local Government Association.
Sorry.
Take discussion. Go ahead, Councilor Moore. Councilor Moore.
We might want to word it that they consult before they make up their mind. They've done it several times to us. They've consulted with us prior to even. They've made up their mind prior to consulting with us.
Yes, and I'll send out our draft letter first so council can look at it, but that's exactly what it is. What the concern, of course, is that decisions are made like the removal of our initial attack fire group. And his worship should notice that did not use an acronym there. But they make the decisions and then we hear about it after the fact, right? So that's exactly what the letter is for the province to engage in meaningful consultation with the people that they're going to impact with their decisions prior to the decisions being made.
Is that a done deal now? fire station?
Actually, our MLA, Mike Bernier, presented to Minister Ralston and a couple others about, he had my letter and then he had his letter. And Minister Ralston is supposed to be getting back a hold of us, and we haven't heard back from him yet. I'm getting a sense that it's not done. For one thing, we've used the fire crew already this year. So, you know, the need is there, but we'll see. We'll see if we're able to sway them or not. At this point in time, the District of Tupper Ridge, Hudson's Hope have all joined with us as well. I'm told that 2 local First Nations are going to offer their support, and the city of Fort St. John is probably going to as well, but they haven't yet.
Any other questions? Okay. Do we need to give you instructions on prior to?
No, I've had it noted down.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all those in favor? Support letter? Carried. Correspondence, letter from the District of Hudson Hope dated March 7th, 2024. Support for Bill 34.
There's no recommendation or anything.
Just a support letter.
Yeah, they didn't formally ask for a council resolution, so it'll be similar to the last one. Council can either just receive it for information as part of correspondence, or they can direct staff to write a letter of support. We actually our NCLGA resolution this year that's pending approval is partly because of this.
So what's the wish of the council? Do we want to send a letter of support?
So it's motion to receive, or
It would up to,
because we're already in the process of going.
Okay.
It never hurts to offer the letter of support for the local community. If it was my decision, I would probably recommend for that, because it shows a solidarity with the northern communities, and it's more voices. The more numbers we have being small and isolated, the better off I believe we are.
yeah, I do like the recommendation from staff, so, if we, wanna send a recommend support letter?
I'll make the motion to write a support letter for the District of Hudson's Hope to support Bill 34.
Any more discussion on it? And, prior to, sending the letter, can we get a copy? Send it to fire?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can apply to make them. Great, thank you. All those in favor? Carried. Email from the Chetwynd Hospital Foundation dated March 6th, 2024. Chetwynd Hospital Foundation fundraiser.
Your worship, that's actually been moved to new business 1 now.
Oh, that's CQ? Yeah. Okay. C3. Letter from the city of Prince George dated March 13th, 2024. 2024 North Central Local Government Association resolution. Resolutions.
So this would be the same thing. We can either send a letter of support or receive for information.
Yes, these are all a little kind of murky in a sense. Like the one from Prince George, they've sent in these resolutions, and what they're actually doing is they're asking you to vote in favor of the resolutions. You can opt to go an extra mile and offer a letter of support, but you know they're already put in the resolutions. So what they're really doing here is they're doing a pre-conference poll and asking for community support and saying why.
Okay. I'll make the motion to receive for information.
Second.
All those in favor? Okay. Information items. C1 is 7. I7.
Motion to receive. I said.
Second.
Nothing to be pulled, we're good. All those in favor? Okay. Reports for action, RA1 zoning and OCP amendment 4808 or 08 Highway 29 North.
I'll make that recommendation, that official community plan amendment, or that council received, or, pardon me, that official community plan amendment bylaw number 1170/2024 and zoning amendment bylaw number 1171/2024, 4308 Highway 29 North be introduced and given first and second readings, and that a public hearing be scheduled to obtain public input on official community plan amendment bylaw number 1170/2024 and zoning amendment bylaw 1171/2024 on April 2nd, 2024, 4 p.m.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Okay. RA3 facade improvement application.
I'll make the recommendation that council authorize the facade improvement program application for Cascade Realty, 4745 51st Street Northwest, Chetwynd, BC, and authorize the mayor and corporate officer to execute a partnering agreement with Cascade Realty Limited, 474551 51st Street Northwest, Chetwynd, BC, and approve the issuance of the development permit number 01/2024 to Cascade Realty for building improvements located at 4745 51st Street Northwest, Lot 1, District Lot 398, Peace River Land District, BGP 37549.
Say that again.
Yeah, right? Oh, I have discussion.
Yes. Good.
Is there a deadline for the improvements through the facade application? The development permit says that it has to commence within 2 years, but having this application in, does that does it have to be done sooner? Or does it just have to start within 2 years?
For the purposes of the district of Chetwynd, it has to start within 2 years. I believe for the facade grant, they're supposed to pretty much get it done this year, correct? Yeah, so I believe the project itself, to receive the full grant funding, would need to be done in 2024.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more discussion? Okay.
So previous ones that we've approved, say last year that didn't get done, then they don't get funding?
That's correct.
Any more? Go ahead.
So if we approve, and because we only have 4 per year, and then they don't get it done, how does that work?
Well, that's, not gonna lie, a source of a little bit of frustration because we only have 4 in a year. So we try to make really sure that everybody that wants one is really serious about it. And so far, Ellen's track record has been really good on it. I believe there's been one that kind of changed direction. But it's just kind of a risk we take.
I guess the question is, I would be asking where does that money end up?
It just stays with the grants.
Thank you. Okay, all those in favor? Okay. RA3, proposed boundary extension. Proposed boundary extension.
I'll make the recommendation that council wishes to consider a boundary extension proposal to incorporate the lands as shown on attachment 1 of this report with the parcel identifier numbers as shown within the boundaries of the district of Chetwynd, and that council directs the CAO and his designate to carry out the actions identified and described in section 4 of this report for the purpose of seeking a boundary extension.
I'll second.
Discussion on it? Councilor McDonald?
I have 2 questions. So you have received informal confirmation from the owners of the properties when we expand. What happens if we go through the process and put it out to the province and then they retract?
Well, under section 4 of this report, what we do is we get a formal, like a formal written approval of us proceeding with the process. So if they change their mind down the road, if we're already in the process, we've already done the public hearings, we've gotten approval, they'll just become part of Chetwynd as far as I know. Desiree, would you agree with that?
I would, and so sorry, you're asking if the province denies the.
No,
proposed
if the
approach?
current land.
Oh, the current landowner. Yeah, if the current landowners review the documentation that we provide them, so we'll provide them information on property tax implications and things like that. If at that point they decide they don't want to join our boundary, then they can withdraw and we can continue the extension, including the other properties.
Thank you.
But once they've approved formally and the process has been established, can they still withdraw?
No, once we have their formal approval
Yeah.
in writing, once we provided them the information and they've, provided their formal approval back, then they would have to continue being considered.
Thank you.
In the event one landowner chooses not to sign formally, it would just be redrawn as a boundary line and they just won't be included?
Yes, if you look on the actual map, they're kind of based by owners. So if one owner decided that they did not want to participate and they withdrew partway through the process, then one of those black squares would be taken out. Half of these are the District of Chetwynd. We're not going to change our mind. One large one is I hope not. One large one is Curtis Brewster with MIA Venture. He's one of the strongest drivers of the whole process. One is Shannon Swanton, and she's really keen on joining our boundaries. I don't see anybody really having second thoughts at this point. We've had a lot of conversations and meetings and emails and stuff, and everybody involved is really enthusiastic.
I have one more. Did anybody else have one? I see that the majority of it is south of town. Is there anything north? Like if we're going to go through the entire process, is there anything more to consider for increasing boundaries?
That's a question that I asked not that long ago my own self, and there's really not much interest, and there's really not much land that would really be applicable to that. There's like, for instance, there's some interest up Wabi Hill, but the cost of running utilities up to the shop at the very top of the hill is prohibitive for that part of the project. It's not in the District of Chetwynd's best interest, according to our engineering team, right? So that's one we considered, but we pulled back because it's again a huge financial cost. If you're running water up 2 miles up the hill or whatever, right? So really, these are the parcels of land that make sense at this time. We went through this process before in like 95, I think, and then again, I believe in 2005, maybe. So it's going to reoccur on occasion, but at this time, this is our best kick at it.
Thank you.
more discussion? We're good? Okay. All those in favor? Okay. RA4, carbon donation for Smithers.
We'll make the motion that council approve the carving donation of the lionfish to Smithers.
I'll second.
Any discussion on it? Yes, sir.
It's not really a discussion. I just want to say I'm gonna miss this one. I really like this one. So they'll appreciate it for
Was you
sure.
voting against it?
No, no, no. I'm happy to see it go elsewhere, and I will see it in Smithers. So
Anybody else can miss it?
How does it get there?
Swims.
We'll just get somebody to put it on a truck. We're actually thinking about my pickup truck for when I go down there, but we're not sure if we can get it in there, secure it properly, because they're bulky and heavy and stuff. So we'll probably just get somebody to put it on a flatbed. That Ellen's still working on that part.
Any more? Okay, all those in favor? Okay. RA5, permit for special occasion license over 250 attendees.
I'll make a recommendation that council approve the permit for the Moberly Lakers adult hockey tournament dance to be held on March 23rd, 24 at the Chetwynd and District Rec Center.
Discussion on it? Councilor Orr?
So I see we recently had, now this is the second one in recent, so what does our bylaw say? Anything over 250 attendees where liquor is consumed must be approved?
Yes, this was a response about a year ago to a larger event with alcohol the council wasn't aware of and the RCP wasn't aware of. And so there was a bit of a concern there. And council at the time recommended and asked for a new policy that anything over 250 people that you folks be notified.
Thank you.
Any more discussion on it? Councilor Smith?
So then as we're notified, then the RCMP is notified? Like what application does us being notified give to anyone?
Well, it just puts you in the loop. So if anybody asks you questions, you know about it, you know what's already happening. The RCMP are notified through the liquor license application process in this case.
All those in favor? Okay. 2024 Peace Williston Advisory Committee, BWAC appointment.
I'll make that recommendation that Mayor Coutre be formally appointed to the Peace Williston Advisory Committee, PWAC, for 2024.
I'll second. No.
I'll second.
Any discussion on it? No. All those in favor? Carries. No McConnell, you visitors? Maybe no,
Yeah.
And we got C2 under new business, go Councilor Smith.
I was just wondering the way the letter's worded, if it should have a recommendation for a sponsorship category. That's kind of what it looks like.
Okay, staff, what do you think?
Well, this would depend again on council. Last year, or the last gala event, council did make a contribution as a sponsor. Our CFO, do you know how much it was, by any chance?
Not offhand, no.
No. Councilor Work, would you know?
Not for sure.
Okay, so basically it would be the level that council felt comfortable sponsoring. The Civic Properties Commission is already sponsored by waiving some of the fees, usage fees. But as of the last scale event, then council also authorized a contribution to the event itself. So they bought a table. I would guess it was a gold sponsor because they had a table. And that's the only one that lists a table other than the event title sponsor.
And the gold sponsor is,
$2,500.
and all the proceeds go to, right?
Yeah.
They go to a good cause, so,
Yeah.
I mean, $2,500 to go back into our community doesn't seem like a lot.
And the last event was enormously successful. They actually went above what their goal was and were able to purchase 2 pieces of equipment. It's a hugely beneficial organization and a hugely beneficial event to the community. It's one of the ones that make you kind of happy because everything does come back to Chetwynd.
Okay. That's good, Kim.
It is a fantastic cause. I know we're running a really tight budget this year too, though. So do we have room in our budget for more sponsorship than we've already
Mr. CFO.
Yes, we do have some money in the grant and aid budget that is unallocated, so.
Done. Anyone? All those in favor of doing the 2,500? Make a motion.
I must lose myself. I didn't realize there was actually a motion on the.
You need to make a motion. Yeah.
I'd like to make a recommendation then that council,
We'll wait till, Council Marcus.
she can't, she's excusing.
Yeah, that's right. We'll wait till she's done.
Oh, I hear.
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a recommendation that council sponsor $2,500 for the Gatsby Gala. Second.
Gold sponsor.
Okay. Gold sponsor. So 22.
Okay. Any discussion on it? All those in favor? Carried. Public questions. At this time, if there's any public questions on what went on at a council meeting today, we were allowed to speak. Without any offer adjournment.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor. Thank you, Scott.
Hi, I'm Jillian McDonald, local Tim Hortons owner for Chetwynd. And it's Camp Day, and all of our proceeds from hot and iced coffee go to the Tim's Foundation camps. At the restaurants locally, we're doing a bunch of different incentives. Pick a sucker for a chance to win a prize. We are doing Toss a Toonie for prizing, as well as selling Camp Day bracelets and Camp Day socks. So in the 30-year history of Camp Day, we have nationally raised $225 million and helped send over 300,000 kids to camp between the ages of 12 and 16. Come on down to your local Tim Hortons, or if you're in Chetwynd, come see us. We have police officers washing windows in the drive-through lane, which is always a fun time. Please come and help us send a kid to camp.
It'll all go on if we're here or not, so who cares? So what? So who cares? So what?
You asked me, is it fine to cry over nothing? It is! I'm breaking down.
Walks me down the aisle, my mother starts to cry, but I can't see 'cause Link and I are French kissing. Listen, I can hear the bells.
Pair of new shoes with matching laces.
Permanent box at the Sheepshead races.
Strawberry on rye with a sour pickle. My personal buzz on a wooden nickel.
Look at me, I'm the king of New York. Suddenly, I'm respectable, staring right at your lousy reception, knowing with all the marketing box.
July 16th was a day filled with smiles, free food, and public arrests. All for a good cause, of course. The annual Cause for Cancer Jail and Bail was in full swing. Constable Lennon Cruz, the organizer of the event, gave us a little history.
So this event got started by Leo Sobolski, and it's been running in Chetwynd for a number of years. I can't tell you how far back, and it was something that he loved, and he just loved providing, being a sponsor for Cops for Cancer and cancer research for children.
This year hit a little closer to home since the original event organizer, Leo Sobolski, tragically passed away from the disease earlier this month. We spoke to Constable Cruz and PSFM's very own Peyton McCulloch about Leo and his immense impact on the community.
Yeah, so Leo is a great person. I know this community loves him, and I think he's going to be missed. He's a great promoter of this event, and just a great person. I know for myself, he got me trained as a Zumba instructor, and that was something that he wanted to bring Zumba to his community, and he just everything that he did, the guy didn't know how to say no, so no one can say no to him because he just found a way to get it done. So even in doing this event, everything that I had to put together, from getting donations from Fresh Mart and IGA, and so everybody that has contributed, I'm really thankful for everything that's how the community's come around that. And Leo has been a big part of that because this is being done in memory of him.
Leo Sobolski was a huge person in my life. Got me this job here at Peace FM, and has also helped me get into college. So I owe him a lot in my life. And even though I weeded his garden and his weeds were about my height for multiple days and grabbing dog poop and the stuff that I did, it was worth it, and I get to do this awesome job that I get to be on television and doing radio. It's, I think, the best thing to do.
Chetwynd Council.
Baron Alan Coutrie participated in the event. He even had chains wrapped around his neck. He explained the reason he wanted to be arrested was to remember Leo and participate in something greater than himself.
Because the prospects of Chetwynd look really good, and the great cause is for Cops for Cancer. And right now we're being touched by the community, by our great friend Leo Sobolski, who succumbed to cancer. And this opportunity for me to contribute by participating in something that's greater than just myself. I really appreciate people that go out of their way to support these things, and I'm just a small part of it. I'm nothing more than just a person like everybody else, and this is why I do stuff like this.
Chetwynd may be a small community, but the people were more than ready to open their hearts and their wallets for this event. Whether it was participating in the jail and bail, donating money for bail, or just hanging out and having a good laugh, it's clear to see that this year's jail and bail was a huge success.
Oh, what is gonna happen? A gold armor skeleton!
She almost lost her own friend. No.
Hey, Kat. I have a bone to pick with you.
Welcome to Chat TV Gaming.
And we'll go up further. Is just up the hill here is where my grandma Marceline lived, where I lived and was raised. I'm trying to figure out today, I think we moved here in 1960. Everybody, we squatted up here. Nobody owned their properties. My grandma, for extra dollars, she used to make hides every day. All my life I could remember her making hides. As you can see on the one video, this is what she did for extra dollars.
Remember me, when the sun comes up in the morning sky, there I will be, soaring with the eagle so high, feeling free. Remember me, down the road, hand in hand, you and me. Hey-oh, hey-oh, hey-oh. Hey-lo, hey, hey, hey-oh, 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 hey.
which is Red Dress Day, and it's the day to honor our missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls and Two-Spirited people. Red Dress Day was started by Jamie Black. She was hanging red dresses in the trees of her community to represent those that we've lost and to bring awareness.
Is there anyone personally in the community here that we know that we've lost? And like, I guess through any of the like highways or anything like that, do you know?
Yes, quite a few, and some very close to our family here at Tansy Friendship Center.
Sorry to hear that. And so have you guys always usually been doing something for it since it began to be recognized?
Yes, we try to make some event in whatever form it looks like each year here at Tansy. In the past, we've done drumming on the front stairs. I think this was our first year for a long time doing the walk.
Why did you guys choose to do the walk?
This year we chose to do a walk because we were thinking of different ways to make awareness, have our voices heard, and actually Jeanette went to training and learned how to make that big banner that you saw. So we put all the stories, which are the words, on that banner, and we wanted to show the whole community.
Okay, and then tell me about the small little dolls.
Oh yes, the Faceless Doll Project. So that was actually started by the Native Women's Association of Canada in 2012. Now back in 2012, there was an estimated 600 women and girls missing across Canada. Unfortunately, we don't know the accurate number, but we're looking at over 4,000. So the dolls represent these women who have become faceless victims of crime, and no two dolls are the same, and each one is a story. It's a statistic.
And did the community sort of partake here to make their own doll?
We did. We sent some kits out to our schools in the community. We showcased them at 10 businesses across the town. We got close to 200, which was really amazing.
Thank you.